Hello and welcome to Vox Blast, number 1, part of the Remembrancers Retreat. This little series is for small little bits of information and news that we wanted to talk about, but didn't quite have enough time to roll it into the podcast, or just, things got busy. And I'm here today with Jared and Steven. But tonight, we're going to talk real quick about Marduk Sedras as part of the Heresy Thursday on the Warhammer community. He has a new model. Or rather, he has a model, and it looks so amazing. I am super excited. I am a Dark Angels player myself, and when I pulled up my phone and saw this guy just pop up, I was like, oh my gosh. This is a peak esoteric Dark Angel aesthetic, and I'm all about it. So yeah, Marduk Sedras, for those who do not know, is what's known as an eschaton of the Dark Angels, part of the Dread Wing of the Hexagrammaton, the 6 wings of the Dark Angels. And
that's the war crime wing.
Or the bigger war crime wing, probably, for Dark Angels.
Yeah. It's the wing that specializes in war crimes.
Exactly. So yeah, Marduk Sedras was basically led the assault on Thramas, or rather I should say, the just complete annihilation of Thramas during the Crusade to wipe out the Night Lords who are stationed there. Those little bands that you see on the end of his sword, those are effectively the ore and material from destroyed worlds and planets that they've taken care of.
So let me count. He's got 6.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's all from one planet. Granted, the different colors, but
so those could represent clusters or whole systems.
The fluff of the sword mentions thousands of worlds, which might be a little bit of
the Dark Angels writing their own press releases.
The Dark Angels writing their own Wikipedia pages for themselves.
So the sword is called the Death of Worlds, from Book 9 in the Black Books. It's a relic of the First Legion. The blade, known as the Death of Worlds, was pattern-welded from fragments of adamantium collected from the hive cities of the first world to fall under the eschaton, the Edict of Utter Destruction. With each world, its wielder presides over the death of, new fragments are added to its length, and by the end of the Great Crusade, the Death of Worlds had grown to such length that only the strongest warriors in the Legion could bear it into combat. That's probably because it's got a very short handle, which...
You would think... maybe being master swordsmen, the Dark Angels would maybe be better at making swords.
Oh, I mean, originally when it was made, it was probably short enough to have a short handle.
I guess,
but now you got to be,
true.
Like when those big, heavy sledgehammers, got to wield those two-handed. So now, if you're real strong, you can pick it up one-handed. But that's kind of the same way with the Death of Worlds, I think.
Does the sword have the two-handed rule?
No, it is melee, unwieldy. It is a strength plus 5 weapon and AP 2. It also has the special rule Curse of Dead Worlds. And also the Death of Worlds counts as a sword for the purposes of Mastery of the Blade Legion special rule, in case you didn't know. But the Curse of Dead Worlds, invulnerable saves taken against hits inflicted by this weapon are reduced by 1 to a minimum of 6 up. For example, a model with a 4-up invulnerable save struck by the Death of Worlds takes an invulnerable save of only 5 up against the attack. So... He's nasty. Marduk Sedras in Age of Darkness 1.0 is Weapon Skill 6, BS 5, Strength 4, Toughness 4, Wounds 4, Initiative 5, 4 attacks, Leadership 10, and a 2-up save. He has the Regalia of Shattered Scepter, which is his specialized Cataphractii Terminator armor. This allows him to, in addition to standard rules for Cataphractii armor, it also allows the bearer to automatically pass any dangerous terrain tests he is called upon to take. And as a member of the Dreadwing, any march through difficult terrain can be automatically succeeded at 4 inches as opposed to rolling. Him and his unit that he's in with.
Neat.
His war gear also includes a plasma burner, which is a 12-inch range, strength 4, AP 2, assault D3 plus 1, ignores cover, and plasma flame. When making an Overwatch attack, any failed to hit rolls may be re-rolled. And he has a couple other special rules. He has a Warlord trait, Preceptor of the Shattered Scepter. If Marduk Sedras is the army's warlord, then a unit of the Inner Circle Knight Cenobium may be selected as part of the same HQ choice, using up no additional slots in the Force org chart. However, if this option is selected, then neither a command squad nor a Deathwing companion squad may be selected for Marduk Sedras. So, kind of like turns the Cenobites into his own personal command squad, which is pretty cool.
The Cenobites don't already have that?
No, they are not.
They can't be taken as a command squad?
No, they are
Otherwise?
they are an elite slot choice.
Surprising. Okay.
Yeah, well, they are the elite Terminators for Dark Angels.
Yeah.
He also includes a rule called Ancient of War at the start of the game after deployment, but before the first turn has begun, the controlling player may select a single faction from the Allies in the Age of Darkness table, including either the agents of the Emperor Warmaster that is represented in the enemy army. Both Marduk Sedras and any friendly units with the Legiones Astartes Dark Angel special rule that have more than half of the unit's models within 6 inches of him gain the preferred enemy chosen faction special rule for the duration of the game. If Marduk Sedras is in reserve, this special rule has no effect. And also, I believe in the FAQ it mentions that if he is in a vehicle, this at the start of the game also has no effect.
Okay.
Which can be a little bit rough.
Yeah.
And doesn't quite jive well with the Dreadwing Rite of War, which requires infantry to start in the battle in a vehicle. But so a little tricky. But that being said, regardless, he is definitely a powerhouse, and the fact of having a strength +5 sword is hilarious, and I dig it.
Yeah.
The model itself, 2 tactical rocks, which is fantastic, I think. The sword itself, I think I'm going to try to convert it to where has a sword up in the air.
Okay.
I mean, the sword itself on the ground, it does give a sense of heft and things, but I want to see that thing flying proud.
That shouldn't be too hard if you just trap the haft off and then
Kind of swap
reverse
things
it
around.
Yeah, that looks pretty doable.
I think it can be done pretty easily. But as far as Cataphracti is also one of my favorite patterns of Terminator armor. As far as design, and he's gonna fit right in with the Cenobite squadrons.
Yeah, I think Forge just blew their modeling budget on his plasma thing. It looks really badass.
It really does. And also they got a little Night Lord's helmet down on there too. So just in case if you're wondering. But yeah, Marduk Sedras, he is cool, and I am looking forward to seeing this model in person.
Yeah. It's good stuff. He could be a nice chaplain too. You got the Dark Angel's crest out front.
Yeah.
And some stuff on the knee pads.
With that outstretched arm with the plasma burner, honestly, there's so many different options you can go with this guy.
Yeah.
Like he can be used as probably practically any HQ unit. He's got a few rad grenades on the side, but I can't imagine that really being an issue with most people.
That's not exactly off aesthetic wise.
Yeah. But yeah, in addition to being an awesome model itself, ripe for conversion. And tricky part might be the head. I have a feeling he's going to be similar to the Cenobites, where the head and torso are combined as one, which can be a little disappointing and tricky. But that being said,
it's a small price to pay for greatness.
Yeah, but let's also be honest, the head looks awesome itself too. So
it does. It's very good.
Like I said, Dark Angels is a Legion I play. When I first started in Warhammer itself, I picked up the 6th edition box with the Dark Angels and immediately fell in love with that aesthetic. And
is the little badge on his left shoulder, is that like an hourglass with sand running out of it?
That is the symbol of the Dreadwing. It's 2 skulls basically on either side of the hourglass. Yep. Which also is, I believe, Space Phantoms or Star Phantoms.
Yeah.
So that symbol is also known from the Star Phantoms. Which I believe there's been discussion. I don't think it's anything that ever been confirmed whether or not that the Dark Angels were the progenitor legion for the Star Phantoms. But seeing those two there, I think you can definitely infer that the Star Phantoms are from the Dark Angels.
If there's 40K chapters that are using, the word bearers symbols, I don't think it's that much of a stretch. Yeah.
I will say, back to the sword, I was kind of curious, reading the description before in the past of the book, but not really seeing where they were going with. The sword itself is interesting. Definitely never really seen a sword pattern welded like that before in real life. But at the same time, I don't hate it.
No.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. Definitely would not want to get hit with that thing.
No.
Well, that's pretty much all I had to say about it. I really like this. This is, again, Forge World just nailed the Dark Angels out of the park with every release they had. Like, I couldn't be more happier. This Saturday, if you come on over to Discord, join our channel, join the lounge. We'll be watching the Warhammer live stream, and we'll be discussing what's up for the Horus Heresy. So, hope to see you there. And that's it for this Vox Blast. Catch you later.
Is that going to be at 5 a.m?
Yes, it is. For us, East Coast, 5 a.m, buddy.
Guys, I don't know if
Get your pajamas on, get your bowl of cereal, and just sit in front of your computer like just the piece of crap you are. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Lord. I don't know if I got it in me.
I believe in you, Jared. If not, you'll see me there just because I'm that much of a loser. We'll see you there. Take it easy, folks.
Later, guys.